The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships from Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Greece, Penfield, Fairport, and Canandaigua. Online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us with the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat, our special holiday basketball tournament edition. I'm Bill Pucko. We will take in the entire Pittsford Mendon girls basketball tournament, but first a check of our honor roll of high school teams. At number 3 this week, McQuaid Hockey is on a roll. The Knights are 10-1 after their 8-5 win over Ithaca. Lucian Rosedale had 2 third-period goals in that one. At number 2, Aquinas boys basketball won not 1 but 2 holiday tournament titles, and the Little Irish are 7-0. And at number 1, it's a shame that they don't play each other, Greece Athena and Aquinas. The Trojans and the Irish play in the RAP tournament later this month, but not against each other. Athena won the Westchester Classic, beating 2 state-ranked teams doing so, and then returned to beat highly regarded Fairport locally by 28. Zach DeSalvo scored 23 points in that one. Which brings us to Pittsford Mendon High School and the best of the holiday basketball tournaments. It's a girls' event. Up first, Hilton and Fairport. Hilton came in undefeated with one of the area's top 1-2 scoring punches in Cameron Grotman and Lauren Anton. And after a great opening season win, they aren't sneaking up on anyone.
We had a nice start against Penfield. Kind of surprised ourselves a little bit with that one. They're tough, and we came out, we played our best that night, and then Fairport gave us a tough game, the second game of the year, and we were able to separate a little bit and get ahead of them, so that was good.
Fairport gets another crack at the Cadets without much turnaround time.
I actually think it helps us. I think we have a better understanding of what to be expecting. With such a young team, I think the first time we played them, we kind of deferred to them a little bit, but then as the game went on, you could tell we got into a rhythm. So hopefully that experience with already having playing them, we're a lot more comfortable to start the game.
To the game, Hilton grabbed the early lead. Grotman with a nice pass to Allison Strauss. Then Anton dropped the ball to Grotman, who nailed a three-pointer. The Cadets had scored the game's first 7 points. Despite scoring only 2 baskets in the entire first quarter, Fairport stayed close. Tori Mayer to Emily God, back to Mayer. Caroline White got the rebound and took the foul. Late first quarter, Grotman went end-to-end for a buzzer beater and an 11-5 Hilton lead after 1. In the second quarter, Holly Heffer found Sarah Henretta in the near corner for a 3-pointer. Hilton answered. Brienne Stike underneath for the reverse. Then Stike took the pass from Strauss for the lay-in that gave the Cadets a 7-point lead. Fairport's Mayer with the drive plus the foul and a 3-point play. The Raiders trailed 22-16 at the half.
Right now, it's just we're not hitting shots. We can't let that affect our effort. We know what it takes for us to win. We win with our defense, we win with our hustle, we win with our effort. We need 16 more minutes. We're right there. We're down 6. We didn't even play well. We need to do whatever it takes to try and win this game. You have the potential. You have the ability. Now you got to go do it. Let's go. Passion, energy. Everybody. It takes everybody. Let's make sure we go out and take this. We are the better team tonight. Ready? Count 3, team. 1, 2, 3. Team. Let's go. Come on.
In the third quarter, Fairport began to find Caroline White a little more often, and she responded. That's White, the not-so-hard-nosed kid with the face guard.
I broke my nose a few weeks ago in a scrimmage, and I ran into my teammate's knee diving on the ground, so I have to wear it to protect my face.
Is it affecting your game at all?
Not really. I've gotten used to it with all the practices and the games that I've used with it. It's been a few weeks ago, so yeah, I've really gotten used to it.
Fairport's Morgan Birch got it into white for the tough lay-in. Hilton still had control of the game, largely due to Grotman. Cameron got the ball into Brienne Stike for the basket.
Obviously, it feels good to score, but for some reason, I love to pass. I love, it feels good when you make a good pass and somebody completes it.
Fairport kept working the ball into White, who scored 19 over game-high 24 in the second half.
It just kind of happened. Like, I saw that my team was down and that we needed someone to be a leader out there, so I brought that upon myself to be that person.
Hilton carried a 38-30 lead into the fourth quarter. Freshman Chloe Grotman with the miss, but Lauren Anton picked up the basket on the rebound. Fairport rallied late. Sarah Henretta to White on the fly cut the cadet lead to 6. Then hitting the boards hard, scored another basket on the third try. It was a 4-point game with 2 minutes left. Emily God hit a jumper and it was 45-42 with just over a minute left on the clock. Hilton needed a hoop and Anton got it, checking the line and then drilling a 3-point dagger.
I knew we had to get up at least a couple points, and I was shooting threes for warm-ups, and I just felt it, you know what I mean? And it's just like I just went in.
Hilton held on to go 5-0 for the season with a 50-45 win.
This is my first time in my career that we've been, 5-0, so it feels really good. We've done so much work to get here, so it's finally paying off.
So the cadets are in. They'll play either HFL or Pittsford Mendon. That game's coming up next when the Vision Automotive Group High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Time now for a check of our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3, the top bowlers at the Grease Invitational at Dewey Gardens. Arundicoid's Chris Yillos and Beth Heberger of Hilton claimed individual honors. Spencerport and Grease Arcadia were the team champions. At number 2, we had a couple of winners at Spencerport's big Tyke Burnaby wrestling tournament. Dylan Callahan of Grease at 106 pounds and Justin Klein of Rush Henrietta at 145 claimed their weight classes. And at number 1, Sean Riley of Pittsford Swimming. He won the Paint the Pool Pink Diving Invitational by 120 points over his nearest competitors, 2 of which posted state qualifying scores. Which brings us back to Pittsford Mendon and their girls' holiday basketball tournament. Hilton is already in with a victory over Fairport. Kim Burnson with the game story as Pittsford Mendon takes on HFL.
Undefeated HFL won most of its games over lesser teams by large margins. Cougars took to the court to face their biggest challenge yet in Pittsford Mendon.
We wanted to get a fast start. We knew the schedule was kind of going to go our way early, and so we earmarked every game as a win for the first 5, and we're right where we thought we would be. And now, Mendon HFL, it's always a great game. You never really know what's going to happen.
This is a very good rivalry for Mendon. Play them twice a year. They're always really good games. The kids know each other real well. And we just hope we can capitalize on some of our strengths and make that tough on them.
Game got off to a quick start, with Emily Sullivan putting the first points on the board. HFL countered early. Junior Lainey Sullivan sinks a 3, and it was a 6-5 game. Mendon began to take control of the pace of the game. Midway through the first quarter, senior Allie Phillips turned a steal into a layup to make the score 14-5. That was followed by a long 3 from fellow senior Darby Kreenberg. Phillips took it back to the rim for another 3-point play. Mendon led 24-5 after just 8 minutes.
At the end of the quarter, I looked up and I was like, wow, we got a lot of points in that first, we did a lot in the first quarter.
In the second, Mendon took its largest lead of the game. 3 minutes into the quarter, junior guard Abby Leon finds Phillips down the court for 2. Then Phillips again with a jumper. Abby finished with 18 points.
Going to this game, we had prepped for a whole week. We had a whole week of practice. We knew what we needed to do, and I just wanted to lift the team because when one person scores, then everyone gets pumped, and we can influence everyone to play hard.
Down 33-5, HFL tried to chip away at the deficit. Cougars scored 3 straight buckets. Junior guard Madison Pushimner got her team into double digits. They trailed 36-11 at the half.
You have to do an internal check-in here, guys. Okay, it's not supposed to be easy. Okay, we got lucky early in the season. We got some scheduled games that went our way. Now we're in with the big girls here. It's time to play. We're not what I'm seeing out here today. Okay, we got to win the second half. We got to make this game closer. You know, we got to chip away. It doesn't end right now. Okay, so get your heads up, get ready to go, get ready to play. Let's go, team on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Team!
Despite being down 25, the third quarter saw a whole new HFL team. Cougars came out of the locker room ready to put the first half behind them. Lainey Sullivan hit a jumper for 2. Then found sophomore center Jillian Purdick for another quick basket. That's when sophomore Maddie Meehan hit the first of 2 threes of the half, and then pulled the Cougars within 15 with another shot from behind the arc.
I didn't play my best in the first half, so I knew I had to come out and give it up my all.
Just as it felt like the tide was turning, Mendon senior Darby Kreenberg hit a jumper and then sank a 3 on the next play to take back the pace of the game.
You had a hand in that 3 that kind of calmed their run there. Can you take me through your decision to take that 3?
Well, my defender was just kind of laying back a little bit, and I knew that we needed something to lift us up, so I thought I might as well just take the shot and see if it goes in, and it worked.
HFL was unable to find its footing the rest of the game as Mendon was able to maintain its large lead. The Vikings went on to win 63-31, decisively beating their second consecutive undefeated team.
Kim Burnson with our game story. Later on, it's our championship match between Hilton and Mendon. Up next, Kim returns with our Making the Grade nominee when the Vision Automotive Group High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back. I'm Kim Burnson, and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. It's time now for our Making the Grade segment, where we honor high school athletes for their performance both on and off the field. This week, Hunter Howell of Hilton High School is making the grade. Hunter is a junior at Hilton where he excels in the classroom and on the ice. As a captain of the boys varsity hockey team, he's demonstrated his skill by helping his team start out with an impressive winning record so far this season. Even as a junior and having older kids on the team, they look to him for his leadership out on the ice. That same mentorship also extends beyond the boards. Hunter is a member of the Athletic Leadership Council, where he spends time with kids in kindergarten through 6th grade, reading to them and teaching them how to push themselves in all that they do. He stresses the importance of commitment and takes questions from the kids about his own success. In the classroom, Hunter maintains an impressive GPA with an A average and hopes to inspire those around him to do the same. It's his desire to be a role model to others through hard work that have earned Hilton's Hunter Howell this week's Making the Grade nomination. If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want to hear from you. You can contact us at info@classywolf.com. I'm Kim Burnson, and now we'll send it back to Bill with a look at our Section 5 calendar.
Here's some of what we have to look forward to this week. Bowling at Clover Lanes on Monday. Irondequoit versus Hilton is the best of the boys matchups, while the girls teams from Greece Athena and Greece Arcadia attempt to continue their 40-0 point runs. That's 3:45. We jump ahead to Friday for the best basketball game of the week. It's a girls' showdown with unbeaten Rush Henrietta at once beaten Penfield. The tip-off there is at 7:45. Friday brings alpine skiing at Hunt Hollow. Fun begins at 5:15. Nordic skiing Saturday is scheduled for Barker Road Middle School in Pittsford, 10 o'clock, conditions permitting. And indoor track, 10 o'clock start at SUNY Brockport. Some of the events that you should consider attending this week. Coming up, we crown a champion at the Pittsford Mendon Girls Basketball Tournament when the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us for the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Time now to crown a champion in that Pittsford Mendon Girls Basketball Tournament. We saw Hilton defeat Fairport and Pittsford Mendon beat HFL. It's time now for the winners' showdown. For Pittsford Mendon, this was an opportunity to knock off 3 straight unbeaten teams. The Vikings had vanquished Sutherland and routed HFL before hosting Hilton, perhaps the best of those 3.
We like to put as much challenge in our early schedule, Bill, as we can. We call this kind of the first third of the season. We want to play as many good teams as we can, and if we lose, it shows us where we are, where we need to be. If we win, we know we're in good shape.
The Hilton kids witnessed Mendon's first half dismantling of the Cougars. The Vikings were up in that one, 31-5.
Kind of like them to see that, just so that we're aware of what they're capable of. If they turn you over, they're going to get out and run, and we've got to really take care of the ball and make a point of that.
So Mendon demonstrated that pretty dramatically, didn't they?
They did. 24-5 start. That's pretty impressive.
To the contest. Bombs away early. 3 of the first 4 baskets were 3-pointers at a very fast pace. Mendon's Mackenzie Wynn banked one in. Hilton's Lauren Anton answered from the corner. Cameron Grotman passed to Anton for a 2-pointer this time. Then it was Anton to Brienne Stike for the lay-in. Hilton was ahead by a point after the first quarter. In the second, Mendon's Allie Phillips got one of her 7 steals of the game and took it in. It took Hilton more than a half the quarter to get a basket. The sophomore Stike then got 3 of them. Off a nice pass by Anton, Stike managed 14 points.
The chance was right. The ball happened to come to me. Our team just works very well together, and I happened to be the one that was open.
Are you going to be like the third option for this team? Is that a position you like scoring-wise?
I'd take whatever. Scoring isn't my first on my mind. I like my team, and whatever's open and whatever comes is what gets done.
Grotman got the ball back out to Anton for the jumper. Lauren scored a game-high 21, and the Cadets were within a point at halftime. In the third quarter, Hilton moved briefly ahead when Cameron Grotman hit a 3-pointer from the corner. But Pittsford responded with an 8-point run. Darby Kreenenberg began to find her shot. Darby scored 14. Mendon led by as many as 8. Trying to stay close, Hilton freshman Chloe Grotman to older sister Cameron to Lauren Anton for the finish. But Allie Williams got those points back with another steal and 2 of her 16 points.
It was crazy, but we tried to get the team to not panic as much because sometimes we do get a little panic, but we were like, guys, just settle down, and we can do this.
To the fourth, and any hope Hilton was going to make a late run was snuffed by Emily Sullivan. Sullivan got the lay-in and drew the foul to put the Vikings up by 11. And then added a jumper for good measure. Sullivan scored 15. Those were big points at the time. It kind of pulled you free of a really close game.
Yeah, I mean, it was very close at halftime. We were talking at halftime. We need to get these points together so we can win this game because it was our goal from a season to win this tournament. It's our home tournament.
Hilton got as close as 7 from there, but Kreenenberg hit another bomb to hit Pittsford up 10. Pittsford Mendon, after early season losses to Wayne and Irondequoit, won its third over previously unbeaten opponents, defeating Hilton 66-54.
We'd like to thank our partners at the Vision Automotive Group. They make the Sports Beat possible.
As do you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.